Life in the Middle Ages was harsh and unforgiving. Most people were farmers working from dawn to dusk. Their days were filled with planting crops, gathering firewood, and preparing food. Farming was the backbone of medieval life. Nearly everyone worked the land in some way or another, growing wheat, barley, and vegetables with primitive tools like wooden plows, hoes, and sickles. Without modern equipment, even clearing a field could take days, especially for those without oxen to pull a plow. Farmers had to break the soil by hand before planting. But farming was only part of a peasant's daily struggle. Life was dictated by the feudal system, a strict social hierarchy. At the top was the king, followed by the lords and nobles who controlled vast lands. Below them were the knights who swore loyalty in exchange for land and power. At the very bottom were peasants and serfs, people who worked the land but had little to no freedom. Most serfs could not leave the land they were born on and were required to give a large portion of their harvest to their lord as rent. Wood was essential for more than just firewood. It was the backbone of medieval construction. Peasants used it to build homes, barns, and fences, relying on simple tools such as handsaws, draw knives, and broadaxes. Their houses were small, often made of wattle and dub, a mixture of sticks, mud, and straw. A single-room home housed an entire family, sometimes along with livestock to keep warm during the winter. But the Middle Ages weren't just about farming. Towns and cities were growing, bringing new trades and opportunities. Blacksmiths, weavers, cobblers, and merchants filled the bustling markets. The church also played a huge role in everyday life. People attended Mass regularly, and monasteries served as centers of learning, preserving knowledge through handwritten books. Then, in 1347, disaster struck. The Black Death swept across Europe, killing millions within a few short years. The most common form, bubonic plague, brought fever, vomiting, and painful swellings called buboes. Entire cities were wiped out, and in some areas, half the population perished. Terrified and helpless, people grasped for explanations. Some blamed poisoned air, while others saw it as divine punishment. The church was overwhelmed, while fear tore families apart. Many abandoned their sick loved ones in a desperate attempt to save themselves. Some turned to extreme religious practices, believing self-punishment could earn God's mercy. Others looked for scapegoats, sometimes blaming outsiders or certain groups for the plague's spread. And that is the end of my medieval project.